Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I teach Georgian language here, so if you're interested to learn Georgian language, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and you can also watch other videos where I'm teaching alphabet and basic Georgian. For today, I chose the topic places in the town and also postpositions, she and ze, which means in and on. First, we will start from the places, then I will explain these postpositions, and after you can do some exercises with me. House, sachli, sachli. Store, مغازია, مغازია. Stop, გაჩერება, გაჩერება. Cafe, კაფე, კაფე. Restaurant, რესტორანი, რესტორანი. Market, ბაზარი, ბაზარი. School, სკოლა, სკოლა. University, უნივერსიტეტი, უნივერსიტეტი. Station, სადგური, სადგური. Office, ოფისი, ოფისი. Bank, ბანკი, ბანკი. Park, პარკი, პარკი. Hospital, საავადმყოფო, საავადმყოფო. Salon, სალონი, სალონი. Church, ეკლესია, ეკლესია. Post office, posta, posta. Hotel, სასტუმრო, სასტუმრო. Museum, მუზეუმი, მუზეუმი. These were all the places that I wanted to show today, and now I can explain postpositions. In Georgian, we are not using so much prepositions because mostly we put some little words in the end of the word to describe something like the place, for example. And we do this by adding she if we want to say that something is in something. So she in English is in or at. In case of the car, mankana, you can say mankanashi, which means in the car. Or in the room would be otakhshi. Otakhi is the room and otakhshi is in the room. If we have the vowels a, e, o, and u, we are not dropping anything. We just put she in the end, like it was for the car. Mankana, mankanashi. But if the word is ended with e, we don't put she in the end of e. We drop e and we put she after. You can see an example. Sakhli becomes sakhlshi, so house and at home. Also, if you want to say in Tbilisi, you do not say Tbilisi-shi. We say Tbilis-shi. Here I wrote some examples. For example, საქართველო, აჭარა, Peru, Chile. You have all the options of how the words can be ended with these vowels of a, e, and o. საქართველო becomes საქართველოში, აჭარა, აჭარაში, Peru, Perushi, Chile, Chileshi. So remember, with all the words we just put she, but if the word is ended with e, we have to remove this e. In this picture, you can see there is written Sadkhar. Where are you? And the answer, if you want to say I'm in Tbilisi, you can say Me var Tbilisi. But if you want to ask someone where are you going, you can say Sad midikhar. Midikhar means you are going, and the answer if you want to say I'm going to Tbilisi would be Me mivdivar Tbilisi. So in Georgian, it doesn't matter if you're at some place or in some place or you're going to the place, you are adding she. If I'm saying I'm going to Tbilisi, I say Me mivdivar Tbilisi. which would be the same if I wanted to say that I'm already there. Me var Tbilisi. So, for example, if you're in the taxi and taxi driver is asking you, where are you going to? You can say the answer in this way. Let's imagine that you want to go to Vak'e. You can say Vak'eshi. Mivdivar Vak'eshi. Which means that you are going in Vak'e if you translate words by words. But in English, it would be that you're going to something. Now you can see that here are some sentences that are written in English, then in Georgian, and in the end you have transcriptions. The reason why sentences are written twice in Georgian is because first there I just wrote she because you have to put this she in the word. Just a little mistake is that in the first one you can see that there is no space between the words. Now I will read them. Georgi is in the cinema. Georgi aris kino. So we have to put she after the word kino and it becomes Georgi aris kinoshi. The second one, Mary is in a cafe. Mary in Georgian is Mariami or Mari. And if you put she in the end of the word, it becomes Mariami aris kapeshi. I'm going to the office. Me mivdivar office-shi. So we put she in the end of office, but first of all, we dropped e from the word. It was office, and then it became office-shi. And the fourth one is grandma is in the market. Still, I noticed that this is just a issue from downloading this picture. Grandma is in the market in Georgian would be Bebiya aris bazarshi. Again, bazari is market. We dropped e from the word and we added she and it became bazarshi. That's all about the postposition she, and now we can move to postposition ze, which is describing something. If something is on something, like in English, ze would be on. You can see the words here. The first word is tba. Tba becomes tbaze. Sache, sacheze. Uto, utoze. Peru, peruze. As you notice, for the vowels a, e, o, u, we are not dropping anything. We're just putting ze in the end. But if the word is ended with e, for example, sachli, it becomes sachlze. Also, there is something else that you need to remember. If an adjective or possessive pronoun precedes a word with a postposition, they drop the last vowel e. Now let's see what does it mean. If you want to say a big table is in Georgian didi magida. But if you want to say on the big table, you do not say didi magida ze. Why? Because magida is a noun and the adjective is didi. Didi contains in the end the vowel e, so you have to drop it and it becomes did magidaze. Shavi sghva. Shavi sghva becomes shav sghvaze. Sghva is the sea. Shavi is black, black sea. On the black sea would be shav sghvaze because we are dropping e from shavi. Didi sakhli becomes didi sakhlshi if you want to say in a big house, because didi is ended again with e, so you have to drop it. It's not just for adjectives, it can be also for numbers. For example, ati sakhli means 10 houses in English, but then if you want to say in 10 houses, it becomes at sakhshi as it is ended with e. You may think that there is no logic, there is no reason why we do this, but while you're speaking, it gives you a big difference. And if you're comparing people who speak well Georgian and not so good Georgian, this is the difference, that you know this kind of details. In this picture, you can see that I wrote some sentences. The first one is a book is on the table. Book in Georgian is tsigni, table magida. Tsigni aris magidaze. The second one, This film is about a little boy. ეს ფილმი არის პატარა ბიჭზე. ბიჭი is a boy, პატარა little, ფილმი film. So if you want to say ze in the end of the word, we are dropping e from bichi. And the reason why we didn't remove a from patara is because we don't drop a letter, we're just dropping e letter. Third one, the cat is laying on the chair. Kata წევს სკამზე. Kata is a cat, წევს means to lay on something, and skami is the chair. Skami becomes skamze. Fourth one, we are at the stop. ჩვენ ვართ გაჩერებაზე. You may wonder if there is at, why are we saying ze? It's an exception. You cannot say in the stop, you have to say on the stop. გაჩერებაზე. And fifth one is Elene is at the station. Elene არის სადგურზე. The same here, you cannot say sadgurshi. Sometimes you can say, of course, if you mean like a big station. But if you just mean that someone stopped at one station, you can just say sadgurze, which would be on the station. But of course, in English, you say at the station. In this picture, you can see that I wrote some examples and exceptions. I wrote in red two words, sadguri and gachereba. Sadguri can be sadgurze or sadgurshi. Matarebeli aris sadgurze or matarebeli aris sadgurshi means that the train is at the station. But if you want to say that the bus is at the stop, you can say avtobusi aris gacherebaze. So gachereba becomes gacherebaze. If the place is not like surrounded by some things, if it has no limits, mostly we will not say she. She is when something is inside something. But for example, if you have the word stadium, like there is written stadioni, at the stadium would be stadionze. Because we think like you cannot be in the stadium, but you are like on the stadium. The next one is tba. Tba means lake. If you say tbaze, it means on the lake. And if you say tbashi, it means inside the lake. For example, sakhli tbaze means the house on the lake. It doesn't mean that this house is like kind of standing on the lake. It just means that it's close there. Or if you want to offer someone, hey, let's go to the lake, you can say by tsavidet tbaze. Because if you say tbashi, it means inside of the lake. For example, tevzi tbashi means the fish in the lake. If you want to say that you're swimming in the lake, of course you say tbashi. So it depends on the context. Same goes for the river. Mdinare becomes mdinareshi. It's not written, but I'm telling you. And okeaneze, mta, mountain, mtaze. And you can see that there is written skhva, skhvaze, and skhva, skhvashi. Mivdivar skhvaze means I'm going to the sea. For example, I'm in Tbilisi and I'm going to Batumi because I'm going to the sea. Mivdivar skhvaze. But if you're saying I'm going inside the sea, you will say this by chavdivar skhvashi. Mivdivar means I'm going, and chavdivar means like I'm going down in the sea. So this would be skhvashi. Same would be if you say the boat in the sea, it would be navi skhvashi, or the fish in the sea, tevzi skhvashi, and etc. These are most of the examples. Now you can see the pictures. You can see the city of Barcelona. There is written Barcelona aris Espanetshi. Barcelona is in the Spain. Espaneti, Espanetshi. Tbilisi aris Sakartveloshi. Tbilisi is in Georgia. Sakartvelo, Sakartveloshi. Egypt is in Africa. Egypte aris Afrikashi. Egypte is Egypt, Afrika is Africa, and so Afrika becomes Afrikashi. That's all for today. I hope it was useful lesson for you. Also, you could revise some words from countries and you can make your own examples like Tbilisi is in Georgia or Paris is in France or whatever you want to say. Thank you again. I hope that you like my videos and it's useful for you. See you in the next one. Nachwam this.